In the meantime, how candidates are keeping an eye on these latest developments, and some may be trying to crassly benefit. Some of them don't have to go too far. When you're Chris Christie or Donald Trump, they actually have prescient warnings that could make them benefit. Mark Serrano, Jonas, Melissa Francis. Melissa, what do you think?
I think it benefits anyone on the Republican side who has a national security focus. I mean, Marco Rubio as well. He has stood tough, talked tough. He's got a bunch of ads running right now that it's us against them. It certainly seems to hit the right note. For Donald Trump, of course, he embraces this. Donald Trump, of course, has talked very tough as well. I mean, I think it helps any of them. It hurts somebody like Ben Carson.
That's a good point. Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, so the Quinnipiac poll that came out yesterday showed that those voters who put terrorism as their top concern support Trump 29%, and then Carson 19%, and then Rubio after that.
Why Trump? Is it because he's constantly spoken?
Because he's tough. Look, any of these Republicans can ask voters, do you feel safer today than you were 7 years ago? And after an incident like yesterday, what are people and voters likely to say? They're going to find comfort in a Republican. The Democrats are going to be in tough shape next year if they are looking at incidents of attack like this that could be directly tied to Obama's policies and Hillary Clinton's policies, and if the economy starts to suffer.
I think it's even more based than that. I mean, you look at somebody like Trump, you get the sense he's willing to do whatever. He's willing to say whatever. He's probably willing to do whatever.
Chris Christie also benefit that because you're a former prosecutor, you were around 9/11 dealing with this, and that might help him in a sense that people say, oh, yeah, this is the guy who blah blah blah.
It could definitely, but I mean, he's working from such a low position.
Right. It might help him get up. It might help him get to 5%, maybe 6%, but it's just not going to help him substantially. Whereas Trump is the guy who's willing to say, I will bomb the blank.
You know what I think? I think Christie's going to win New Hampshire. I don't know where he goes from there, but I think he's going to win it.
Christie can be viable in New Hampshire. I don't know that the union leader really does that for him.
Right.
But look, he's got about 8 weeks, right? He better come up with some magic in 8 weeks, because right now,
you think he can,
Trump's going to win it.
Still on the premier names?
I think it's possible. I think the focus is still on premier names. I think it's interesting that we're not talking about Jeb Bush at all. I mean, that's somebody that you would have thought that we would have been talking about in this case. But he's definitely been the one that's been hurt the most by Donald Trump.
Christie will not be able to do it, though. Christie will not do it. It's going to be an outsider.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll eat. I can sprinkle the crumbs. You have to pick them up. All right, we're down almost 200 on the Dow right now, just since Melissa started.